is gonna be the worst video ever. I'm gonna have to kaleidoscope my face. I'm sorry, I have to kaleidoscope my face. I need to shave. Hair's all grown out. It's all fucking wild whipped by the wind. So at about 3:45, maybe 4 in the morning, thunder was shaking my room. It wasn't lightning erupting, but it was like it was shaking my fucking room. I went outside because I thought there was a fucking 18-wheeler outside on the other side of the wall, because that's exactly what it sounded like. And I didn't see anything. I heard it. It was like that when you went out there. When I went out and I went this way around the corner, and the thunder was coming down. It was just to where it would shake the fucking house, which I've never fucking in my life, not one time before, ever experienced. I came back down, I came back in, I laid down, and it did it 2 or 3 more times where, I mean, it was just shaking my fucking house. And I went out there and I took the fucking pistol. I had the pistol the first time. I took the fucking pistol, but this second time when I went out there, I put one in the sky. Pow! As soon as the bullet went into the sky, the whole sky lit up. You could see everything, but there was no lightning. There was no lightning. It was just white. No bolt. You could see no bolt nowhere. You didn't hear the crash. And that's what it was. And I don't know what the fuck that is. And today I'm so drained. I tried to tell this story in the morning. I deleted it. I tried to tell it in the afternoon. I deleted it. I tried to tell it now, and here I am again. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I never experienced anything like that before. So if anybody's had that happen, I asked homie if his end of the house was shaking, because mine was shaking. I mean, I've got my bed against the floor, and I'm against the back wall. Even when the wind blows, the wind wasn't blowing. It doesn't shake like this. This was extreme. But after that, I couldn't sleep. It fucked up my awakenedness. I was just sort of like laying here till 7. Well, I got up at 6:30, and I got ready to go. We left at 9 or 8. I mean, finished. I came back, and he went to Smithfield and put in a thermostat. I was having this dream before that where there were like all these people in our house. They were just everywhere, but they weren't like really there. They were like holograms, which is weird because I've never had a dream like this. This was weird. There was all kinds of shit going on, and there was this girl, and I remember her from the dream what she looked like, and she started kissing me, which was weird because it's like everyone else is a hologram. This girl wasn't a hologram, and she was trying to remind me that we had already met. I think it was like a kind of like an analog for this other girl, but it wasn't her. It was someone else. And actually, this is the weirdness. what she looked like, I just listened to what do you call it? I listened to a comedian chick a while ago. She was a Palestinian, and she's in a New York comedy club doing her fucking little stand up gig, and it was pretty funny. She didn't start with being a Palestinian, but she said she was a Muslim, which I don't I don't dislike Muslims at all. Really, if I meet when I've met people, I've met some Muslim girls, Islamic girls that I went to school with that were very fucking attractive. Would I convert to Islam? No, no, I would not. But I would convert to that ass if I had the opportunity to rise and try. I would try to stay with it for real. I would try to stay with it. Well, this girl, it's the same face because it was a very distinctive face that she's got, and that's how this girl in the dream looked. Except the girl in the dream had like a mole, not like an ugly one. Like she looked pretty. She looked real pretty in the face. So then she started making out with me, and it was just such a it was a good feeling. It was such a good feeling to have that love, that basic, um um not completely sexually driven, but amorous love. All the things you do when you're giddy in love with somebody, you know. And it's like she was pointing out all these times, like it was weird because like the dream, I had a set of memories and goings ons that I was thinking about in the dream, that they're not experiences that I've had. They're experiences the dream me had in that dream. Unlike any other dream, I've not had that occur like that ever before. And I thought that was kind of real fucking bizarre, you know, to have somebody tell you about another time they came over. Like maybe I went somewhere with a car full of people and met this girl in the car on the ride, was going to hook up with her or something like that. She was reminding me this, and I was seeing the memory that she was telling me as she was telling me, which, I mean, it wasn't like, I mean, I remember it, so it's not like, um, it's not like being put in a spell or a false memory. It was relevant to the world in the dream. It was like it was a real memory, like it did occur. And then this thunder shit started and woke me up. So it's like not only did I have like an amazing, fascinating dream where shit was about to break loose, and the person that was in the dream I actually saw today, at least the face of. I don't mean it's that girl. I don't. I don't know that. I don't. I don't think that way. I don't discount it either, though. I just, just saying people can look like other people in the dreams, and I don't know the girl, but I liked her. I thought that would be an interesting chick because of her humor. Humor was funny. It's usually a good insight to someone's their characteristics, their personality, their demeanor. And you can tell somebody's fucking either a Karen, which, the traditional Karens are just always whiny, complaining about everything. You don't want one of those. And white men definitely need to be more aware than anyone else because we obviously have the most Karens. And you Karens know who you are. If you're a Karen, you know who you are. Or you might not. You might just think something else. I don't know. Today I'm vampired though. It vampired me. I don't know if she vampired me. I think it was from the lack of sleep though, because I've just been so fucking tired all day. And waking up like that, I put a bullet in the sky. I shot, I shot the storm god in the face. That's how I responded because I was so pissed off, and I said it yesterday. I was like, I'm not fucking around anymore because I had my kayak stolen. I didn't think anything was being stolen. I just wanted to know why the fuck my whole house was being rambled and shook so violently because it was shaking in here. It was I was like, what in the fuck? It sounded like a fucking Harrier was gonna land in the yard or a fucking not a helicopter, but like a rocket, like one of those rockets were fucking putting itself down. It sounded like a rocket, like, and it was shaking me, shook my ass awake. I don't know. So prayers for Tanya, sister of Rania the twin. Prayers for me because I'm under assault. I could be being targeted individual again. I'm pretty sure they could be doing that. It was wild. We went to do this lady's window unit in a fire alarm smoke detector, and I told this lady, it was an older black lady, and she had I guess her daughter and grandkid, and the young girl was kind of cute. I don't know how old she was, but she was cute. She obviously old enough to have kids. She has a kid. I didn't talk to her, but I talked to the mom, and I told her the whole story about my mom and all the recent shit. It was making her cry. She got it because I told her how I had that vision of seeing the earth. She said something that made an opening. She made an opening, and then she really got into it. She's like, I want y'all to come back. I want you to tell me more. Tell me more stories like that. Tell me more stories like that. I was like, man, that's all I got. That's what I got. I got that, and I liked it because I knew that that's the exact person that would be moved the correct way. Because she was saying some stuff about having a sister that I think she had real bad diabetes, may have just died, and we just talked. We just finished putting in the window unit and getting the window shut and screwed in. We had to come back and put caulk on it, but he's probably wondering what the hell where I went because I mean I poured it out. I poured it out, and she was loving it. She was, and it was great to see that person. That's the person that needs this story. That would strengthen her faith. Because some people, if your life is based in faith, if you have some sort of relationship with God, if I'm not, you don't have to fuck it up with religion at all. It's important to feel your connection to something more. It really is, especially in times when it's tough, because that something more will get you through. It will get you through, and you do learn to count on it, and it grows. There's a certain rapport you have with the spirit world that it grows only when you're in some sort of contact with the invisible realm, because it's full of life. It's full of life, and there's so much going on, and just people just they're so limited to their own senses, mostly their eyes and their ears. But there's just so much going on, and a lot of it's good. There's some's bad, of course, but there is a lot of good too. That's all I got. Have a nice day.